They said I was too dangerous to save. Trapped underground and bleeding, she begs for help until the rescuers discover what's really leaking beneath the city. I never thought the ground could just vanish. One moment I was walking with my little brother, Jamie, across the old park trail, and the next, the earth opened up beneath my feet. I didn't even have time to scream before I was swallowed whole. The fall felt endless. Darkness rushed past me and then crack! My arm hit something solid. I didn't even have the chance to brace before I plunged into freezing water below. The impact stole the breath from my lungs. "Jamie, call 911!" I yelled, but my voice echoed strangely off the walls. The hole couldn't have been more than 20 feet deep, but it felt like another world. When I tried to move, pain exploded through my side. I looked down and my stomach dropped. A piece of jagged metal, maybe from an old pipe, was buried in my flesh just above the hip. My fingers came back slick and red. The water around me was already clouding with blood. Panic clawed at my throat. I could hear Jamie shouting for help above, his voice trembling. Minutes passed before sirens wailed in the distance. Relief flooded me. A firefighter appeared at the top of the sinkhole, shouting, "We're getting you out, hold on!" But before I could answer, another voice snapped, "Wait! Do you smell that?" The first firefighter froze. They both disappeared from view and I heard muffled arguing. Then came a strange ticking sound, rhythmic and mechanical. "What's going on?" I called. No one answered. The ticking grew faster near the hole. Finally, someone shouted, "We're backing off!" Radiation levels are spiking. My heart sank. "What? No! I'm bleeding out!" A helmeted face appeared for a second. "Ma'am, we've called in a specialized team." "Stay still. Help's coming." And then nothing. Just the sound of dripping water and my own ragged breathing. 20 minutes crawled by. I was shivering so hard I could barely keep my head above the water. The metal in my side pulsed with each heartbeat. My fingers were turning pale blue. When I finally heard new voices, they sounded muffled, distorted like they were talking through plastic. Men in bright yellow hazmat suits appeared above me. They lowered a metal ladder but didn't come down. "Climb up!" one of them shouted. "I can't," I sobbed. "My arm, my side, please." They hesitated. After a tense moment, one of them began descending, slow and careful. When he reached me, he didn't say a word. He just threw me over his shoulder and started climbing. I screamed the whole way, every movement sending fire through my ribs. When we finally emerged, blinding sunlight hit me, and I realized everyone was standing far, far away. Police tape, news vans, dozens of people in protective gear. Then I heard someone shout through a megaphone, "Keep your distance. The victim is contaminated." They rushed me into an ambulance covered in radiation symbols. Inside, doctors in suits like astronauts hovered near me, but never close enough to touch. One used long-handled scissors to cut my clothes. "What's happening?" I gasped. "You fell into an abandoned nuclear storage site," he said quietly. "It was sealed decades ago. The area was never properly cleaned." The words didn't even register until later, when the pain hit me like a wave. I spent the next 2 weeks isolated in a special ward. My hair fell out in handfuls. My skin peeled where the water had touched it. I couldn't keep food down. The doctor said I'd absorbed a lethal dose of radiation, enough to kill most people, but somehow, I'd survived, barely. Now I live on medication and constant checkups. Every 3 months, I'm screened for cancers I'm told are inevitable. They call it a miracle that I lived. I call it negligence. The city ignored a death trap beneath their park. The fire department left me to die because they were too afraid to do their job. I'm suing them all. Not for money, but because someone has to answer for what they let happen down there.